Corner YouTube channel. I am your girl Oluwatoyin Logo, and today I really want to take out time to appreciate all my subscribers, my returning subscribers from day one that have been sticking to my channel, being loyal and faithful. I really do appreciate you. I say thank you. And to all my new subscribers, I am not taking you for granted, of course. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. I see you. Oh, thank you so much. And today, what are we doing? I am talking about the 6 most important things or tests to run before you say yes, I do, or before you sign a forever agreement with that person's son or that person's daughter. Please, these are the 6 most important medical tests you ought to run. Let me say, I understand that we have about 100 of them, but out of this 100 of tests we ought to run before we say yes, I do to that person, I have picked most important 6 out of 8. I mean, in my opinion, just let us talk about it, and also you can drop your comments, your suggestion concerning this topic in the suggestion box and comment section box below. Please, guys, I want to say something. As you're watching my video, endeavor to like, share, and comment. And if you have been watching my video and you are yet to subscribe, what are you waiting for now? Don't fall your girl hand now. Subscribe to my channel, share my video. All this encourages me and keeps me moving. Okay. Now, what are the 6 most important tests to run before we say yes, I do to that person? Number 1 most important is the blood group. I know we must have been hearing about blood group here and there. Yes, it is very important for us to do blood group because it enables you to cope some hurdles that may come up later in your marriage, such as pregnancies, trauma, issues, giving birth to a sickle cell anemia children. Apart from giving birth to a sickle cell anemia children, do you know that you might be spending all your eternal savings in taking care of, in paying for hospital bills, taking care of these children, getting their medications, and at the end of the day, they are not getting better. And also seeing these children traumatized, emotionally down, physically down, it doesn't make you happy. And also consider the fact that you might be abandoning those your lovely hobbies, those your beautiful job, those your future dreams to take care of these children. It doesn't really worth it, and at the end of the day, they are not getting more better. So you understand. After knowing your blood group, it is equally important for you to know your genotype. You might want to ask me, after knowing my blood group, why else do I need to know my genotype? It is very important to avoid what is called rhesus. Rhesus is a medical condition whereby a woman antibody fights and damages her own baby's body cell, which at the end of the day may lead to miscarriages, which may lead to ectopic pregnancies, which may cause you giving birth to a child with Down syndrome, which may make you give birth to an imbecile, and at the end of the day, you are still spending all your entire savings on these children, on this issue. Why didn't we just avoid that and do the necessary tests, take the necessary precautions that we ought to take? So please, it is very, very important. And knowing your genotype would enable you to know whether you as a woman is negative and your husband is positive. And also, it will enable you to see your gynecologist, at least see an OB and gynecologist who would help you and prescribe some medications for you to help you stop the antibodies from fighting and damaging the baby cell. At least you can have a healthy baby. You can have a healthy child. This gynecologist will tell you how and when to take your medications at the right time in right proportion. Okay? And number 3 most important test we ought to do is fertility test. It is very important for us to do a fertility test in order for us to know if we are fertile to reproduce baby. It is the joy and the goal of every couple that after marriage, they want to have a baby, they want to see their children, they can't wait to have their children. So how can we achieve this if we can't reproduce, if we're not fertile? Knowing if we are fertile will enable us to know which medications to take, when to see our doctors, when to take our medications, and also treat all of this and manage it as well. Okay. And number 4 that I consider most important also is knowing your STD and HIV status. You would agree with me that STD and HIV are viral infection that can be transmitted from one person, one carrier to another. But I'm not saying if your partner has confided in you from the onset that, oh, this is their HIV status and you know that they are positive, I'm not saying you can cut off the relationship. No, you can still marry someone who is living with HIV. Of course, you don't need to stigmatize, you don't need to run away from them, you don't need to cut off the relationship. All you need to do is to guide them to a doctor that will give them an antiretroviral medication that they can be using from time to time, and this will curb you from transmitting the infection to your partner that is HIV free, or transmitting the infection or the disease to your baby, to your upcoming baby. Okay, so this can be managed, although it cannot be cured, but it can be managed with medications. And other sexually transmitted infection that also can be managed or can be treated are bacteria, gonorrhea, syphilis, vaginal warts, or vaginal infection. You ought to carry out all of these tests so that you will not transfer it to your partner, and at the end of the day you will not be having issues. All of these can cause miscarriage if it is not treated before marriage. Okay. And number 5 that I would like to talk about is genetic and chronic disease test. You have to know, in the olden days, in my country, Nigeria, in the olden days, our father used to do something not medical. They used to do a background check of the person we want to get married to. They will send someone who will secretly go and investigate about this family. Do they have an illness that can be transmitted, that can be inherited by their children who wants to get married to this family, or by the children that their children would reproduce at the end of the day. So, but now medically you can stop, since all these things are not done again anymore, especially in my country. I don't know about other countries, but since these are not done anymore, medically you can check what is the genetic infection or disease in this family. You can know, are they hereditary? Can my child inherit it? Can I inherit it? You have to know this and to know whether it can be managed or can be treated with medications or not. And also you have to know the chronic medical condition of the person you want to marry. Is this person hypertensive? Is this person diabetic? Can it be managed? Because if it is not well treated, also it can cause miscarriage for you in pregnancy. To avoid all this trauma, please always try as much as possible to do this test. And the last but not the least that I'll be talking about is your mental health test. It is very important for you to know the mental health status of the person you want to get married to. You would agree with me that not everybody wearing good clothes and walking on the street are normal. But how do you know if this person you want to get married to, that has been chatting you, that has been giving you sleepless chats and everything, how do you know if this person is mentally stable? Even physically, you can tell. But medically, it is very important for you to know. You know somebody physically if it's mentally fit by the mere conversation you are having in the house, and after just 1 minute altercation, he or she carry the flower vase, they smash it on the ground. They carry the television set, they smash it on the ground, they take your car windscreen, they break it, and everybody. Is that what you want to bargain for? Is that what you want to do forever with? Please, you have to also know this and to choose wisely. Am I ready to go for it? And also, knowing medically will help you to know whether this can be managed. Is this mental illnesses manageable? Is it tolerable? Is it something I need to avoid and everything? Please do all these tests. All these 6 tests are very, very important. Don't forget, number 1, I said blood group. It is very important. Number 2, I said genotype. And number 3, I said fatality test. Number 4, STD, HIV. Number 5, I said chronic and genetic illness check. And number 6, which is last but not the least for today, is mental health status. Mental health status. If you have any suggestion concerning the topic I have just spoken about, please feel free to share your opinion and suggestion in the comment section box below. And after watching this video, please like, share, and if you've been watching my video without subscribing, why now? What are you waiting for? Please endeavor to subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to click on the notification bell button to always get notified each time I post a video. Thank you, and see you next